And Matthew is working on the levels, the Pathways Education program, and he is on level 1, project 2. He's doing motivational strategies is his pathway. There are 11, I believe, pathways that people are moving through. So his is motivational strategies. Project 2 in level 1 is evaluation and feedback, which means this project will address the skills needed to give and receive feedback. In other words, he will give us a speech, we will give him feedback, and in a month or so, he will come back and give the same speech and incorporate that feedback. Matt's bio. Matt's 2020 resolution is not to write a bio and instead just start speaking. Let's welcome up to the stage Matthew Hulsey. How's that resolution coming? Matthew Hulsey.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guests.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I've only got 2 questions the whole speech, so let's knock them both out right now. Show of hands, who has a 2020 resolution? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not even going to bother counting. There's a lot of you. I'm even going to move around to pretend there was a whole ton of you. Second question, how many of you have seen jokes or memes on the internet about New Year, New Me and how resolutions fail? It's sad that the exact same number of hands popped up. It's an interesting duality we have here. On the one hand, people love working on themselves, improving, and celebrating their accomplishments. And then on the other hand, you get a lot of low-effort Instagram memes, such as gym owners on January 1st, photo of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, and nothing else. And it got me thinking, why do we have to wait till this particular position around the sun in order to start improving ourselves? Why can't they just be resolutions? Throw the New Year's part out the window. So with that, did a bit of thinking, dug into my past, talked to some colleagues, did some research, and today, out of the goodness of my heart, and because I haven't given a speech in 8 months, I want to present to you some ways to start your resolution whenever you want and do it as efficiently as possible. And efficiency is the key word. So my first piece of advice is to start right now. None of you got up to go literally start now. That was your only way to get out of the speech. You're now going to have to listen to the remaining 4.5 to 6.5 minutes of it. You need to start doing things right now. And the best bit of advice, something that I am an ardent believer in. That was a little delayed. No one isn't there. Someone once told me, and I don't remember who it was, where it was, there was all the chance in the world I was drinking when I heard it. If you're afraid of something, just go do it for 15 minutes. It's just 15 minutes. How's that going to hurt you? That's absolutely right. You just got to be able to ease into it. We've all procrastinated on a paper or a PowerPoint presentation for work. You notice when you get started and you get past that first paragraph and those first 3 bullet points, it becomes a lot easier. Same thing with wanting to improve yourself. Just get started. Just do that thing that you're thinking about. One of my resolutions this year is to start doing yoga. Because a couple months ago, I bent down and looked like I was in a 2 a.m. infomercial. Has this ever happened to you? But I was worried, I'm going to fall over, I'm going to look stupid, I'm not very flexible. How's this going to work out for me? But then I remember that advice. Just do it for 15 minutes. Can't hurt. Went into my first yoga class last week, and no one pointed at me and laughed at me and called me inflexible. Did I fall over a few times? No. It's like 7 or 8. The matter is I went out and did it. So that's what you need to know, is to start right now. Take that first step. And steps actually leads into my second point. Start small. So I guess it should be start now and start small. So do those both at the same time, but let's say your goal is to do more cardio. Maybe you want to learn a new instrument. Does that mean tomorrow you go out and try to run a marathon? Or try to sight read Stairway to Heaven, note for note on a guitar? No, it's not going to work out. You need to be able to set small incremental goals along your path and work towards those. There's a couple reasons for that. One, not chasing a light at the end of the tunnel allows you to have these small victories so that it's not quite so arduous as you're slugging through it. It's like, I don't have just one reward, I'm going to have multiple ones on the way through. 2, you can adjust these on the fly very quickly. So let's say, for instance, your first week, for the cardio example, you want to go out and run for, I don't know, 15 minutes, just try it. I mean, it can't hurt you. So you do that. Let's say you run for 20. Okay, cool. Extend your goal next week. Say you only make it 10. All right, you're still beating everybody on the couch, so who cares? Try for 15 the next week. By having smaller incremental goals and chasing an overall larger, more broad picture, you'll find that you get a lot more done. And the flexibility there is key. Sun Tzu once wrote in The Art of War that much like water retains its shape, the path to victory does not retain constant conditions. You need to be able to adjust your perception of your situation and your perception of yourself on the fly. And you'll find you'll be a lot more effective at getting almost anything done, even if that book was about how to effectively mace people and kill them. Maim of it. And the last thing I can give you is be creative and have fun with it. Improving yourself should be a fun challenge, not just a slog. You shouldn't want to wake up and go, oh, I'm going to gym again. You have to get creative with how you do it. So I do want to clarify, I actually did the earlier part about where I get feedback, and Raphael, who's sitting right there, was the one who evaluated me, and he told me, quote unquote, that I would do this the entire speech.
Right.
And it really got out of hand, and I was basically doing it the whole time, and not only that, I was pacing needlessly the entire time. It's a miracle I didn't vomit all over the stage, because now doing it consciously really hurts. And in my mind, I kept thinking, all right, don't do that. Just stop swaying, stop pacing, stand still, even if that's technically a flaw too, but I kept thinking in my head, I just kept drilling it in. Think about it, don't sway, don't panic, don't pace, don't do it. And it was actually detracting from my speaking. So I thought, wait, there's got to be a better solution for this. And what better way to turn to for obscure solutions to problems you didn't think you had than Amazon.com. Right now, I have 5-pound ankles. That makes you really move with a purpose. 5 pounds straight sounds a whole lot, doesn't it? But wow. Now we should just stop and think about every single movement. Make it move with a purpose. It's something we like to teach at Toastmasters, I think. And with all that being said, start now, start small, and be creative. I don't even have an ending for the speech because you all gave it to me right at the beginning. Who here is starting a resolution? And that's awesome. I 110% believe in you because we're all here. We took that first step already. We want to get better at speaking. We want to improve our speaking skills, improve our work and social lives, and you've all taken that first step. So to all the guests who are out here, be it your first time or your second or third, thank you. And I hope to see you again soon. And to all the members out here, as this is, I believe, my third speech, I want to thank you for all the support. Raphael, I want to thank you for the great feedback. Thank you for finally getting me to invest in ankle weights. I really needed them for a while. And to each and every one of you who had a resolution, I believe in you. Go out, achieve it, and get it done.